il y a deux églises et une cathédrale. Pour un si petit truc.
Are you Father Ralph?
What if I am?
Does that mean yes?
I guess so. He's the only monk around.
What do you want?
Well, I am the son of Bartholomew, the Earl of Shiring.
So?
Our father gave you money for safekeeping.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Now piss off.
Piss off. Vous êtes sur le point de commettre un grave péché.
You're about to commit a great sin. If we don't get that money, we'll starve.
Start begging for alms then. You may not know it, but a lot of people live that way.
So you're saying there's no money?
Right.
But my father said...
Your father lied then.
We should talk to the sheriff.
It'll be my word against the word of a jailed traitor. And now give me some peace. I'm hungry.
He's right, isn't he?
We need proof that he's lying.
Like what?
Maybe something he recently purchased that a monk couldn't normally afford.
That's smart, Ali. And then?
I don't know. At least we'll be sure that he's lying, right? Maybe if we expose him, he'll give in.
Are you sure?
No, but you can see the guilt eating at him already. Keep an eye on him. I'll have a look around.
Dégage une sorte d'ordinaire doit coûter une fortune.
It's too heavy.
Je vois pas.
It's...
Ok. Je vois.
Ah, I've been freezing all day.
Personne ne nous remarque ici, les quartiers pauvres de Winchester. Ok. Si proche d'un peu de bois. Un couteau.
Hey!
Oh, is this yours? Oh, I didn't think a poor monk could afford something like this.
Ok. Ceinture dans laquelle notre père avait mis son argent. Elle a été vidée.
Richard, I found it! Oh no! He took all the money.
What now?
Don't pretend you didn't see, monk. I found this under your barrel. You are a thief.
That strap proves nothing.
You seem very certain of this. Sheriff!
Hush, you stupid brats. The sheriff is a
But first, he'll take your hands.
Sheriff or no sheriff, you won't get your money.
Ali, this isn't going anywhere.
Well, at least we know now that he won't call for help. Give us the money.
It belonged to a traitor to the crown. By giving it to me, he paid his debt to God.
We will make you pay, you monster.
You wouldn't hurt a man of the church.
Fils de bâtard. C'est quoi le prêtre? Je peux faire quoi? Dans la bière, il y a des beaux morceaux. Oh, je sais pas quoi faire. Je peux faire quoi?
I warn you, I have friends nearby.
If you scream, I will show them your beer-soaked belt and tell them what a thieving liar you are.
You wouldn't harm me.
Richard, you go over there.
What? Why?
Make sure no one's watching.
He...
What?
You're a devil.
I'm going to cut out your eyes one by one. First, the left eye.
No! Oh, please don't!
Where's the money?
Here, I got it on me.
Non, faut faire ça pour survivre, hein. Je te jure. Hein. Si c'était pas tout. C'est déjà ça.
Where's the rest?
Gone.
Gone where?
I spent it.
Oh le bâtard.
Let's take what we've got and go.
All right. I may come back one day, and then I'll collect what you owe us.
J'étais obligée, hein. Moi j'ai fait de l'argent, j'en ai besoin.
You were wonderful, Ali. You scared him after death.
Yes, well, now, come on. Father wants us to find Aunt Edith.
Ah mais j'aurais laissé le frère, ça aurait été pire. Je vais le faire moi-même. Elle a l'air d'être plus sûre d'elle. Voilà, je suis
On the road to Gloucester, my feet started to bleed. I remembered a cobbler who lived nearby in the town of Hastead who could sell us some boots. But taking the detour would cost us both money and time.
C'est soit ça ou c'était tes pieds, hein. Un botte acheté. Bah vas-y, moi je vais acheter des bottes, hein, je préfère. Hein.
The cobbler was a quiet man with little love for children. When I asked for a pair of his cheapest boots, he stared at me, trying to measure my query's worth. Then he lifted his finger and pointed at a pair that would cost us more than half of what we had. The cobbler surveyed us once more. He took in Richard's sword while listening to the impatient but uncommon way I talked. In the end, he held up the boots he'd been working on, unfinished, rough and frayed, then suggested a figure that was lower but still overpriced.
À peine plus raisonnable. J'ai refusé de partir, tant pis.
I noticed Richard staring at me as I curled my lip and politely turned down the ugly offer. Then, with my feet still bleeding, I returned to the road, aiming for a shortcut through the forest to make up for wasted time. In the afternoon, the sky darkened and the temperature dropped drastically. We considered setting up camp to allow us an opportunity to warm our worn-down feet. However, we were already running low on food and would soon need to reach our destination.
À ça, l'important se reposer. Bah, on va s'installer et se reposer.
Richard had been silent for a while when I offered him our last piece of bread. Uncle Simon will make you a knight, I said. But wouldn't I have to fight for King Stephen then? He answered, taking a bite out of the dry crust. I watched him for a while, then turned away, wondering how difficult our lives had become and how infinitely more complicated.
C'est bon, on en va arriver.
In the hills, there are a lot of poor, small holdings. We asked a shepherd for directions to Huntley. It's just down the road, he answered. I thanked him and gave Richard a hopeful push.
Maison abandonnée. Voilà. La tante, elle est plus là. Hein. C'est passé. En plus, il y a encore les moutons. Mais le toit, le pédo de pourri, il met des pourris.
It's all burned and rotting.
Ah mais...
Auntie and Uncle must have left some time ago.
Ah oui.
Maybe they built their new home nearby. A proper one made of stone. They always had coin enough for a stone house anyway. Maybe this isn't even the right house.
It is.
How would you know? It's been a long time since we came here with Father. These houses all look alike.
Shut up, Allie, please. They're gone. Probably killed. Whatever happened to them? We will never find out. It's over. There's no place for us to go.
Aïe aïe aïe, il reste en guerre. L'odeur de pourriture s'en dégage. On en a dosé. Ah, il n'en reste guère. Des paniers et une baraque. On croit que Templiers faisait du beurre. C'est que cela ne vient pas. Voyez, tout s'est propagé accidentellement. La maison avait été inondée. Difficile de savoir. C'était seulement leur maison. Si Simon est achevé, il doit pouvoir se payer une maison entière. Je peux lui parler. Il a les yeux dans le vague.
Don't give up.
Genre, il parce qu'il a dire qu'on fait. Mais qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Où sont donc Edith et Simon? Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? On va examiner. Alors, le store d'Edith et Simon. Avec... Attends, je sais plus dire. Alena et Richard avaient une tante qui vivait dans le village de Huntlight. Alena n'a que peu de souvenirs d'elle et de son mari Simon. Car ils ont cessé de venir leur rendre visite peu après la mort de leur mère. Alena a entendu dire qu'Edith était une femme mince et nerveuse. Tout comme la mère d'Alena et que son mari Simon était un homme sérieux, de forte corpulence et peu discret. Où se trouve-t-il désormais? Il est possible qu'après l'arrestation du père d'Alena, Edith et Simon ont été attaqués pour une autre raison que leur lien de parenté, éloignés avec le traître, perdant ainsi leur maison, leur pâturage et peut-être même leur vie. Elle semble intacte concernant la maison, a été épargnée par le feu. Celle-là. Et j'en ai vu plein de franchement. Plein de laine. Il nous a aidés tout à l'heure, mais là il nous force la peine. Il est concentré sur son travail.
Oh, good day again.
Good day. Huntley is just down that road. You can't miss it.
I know. We just found out that the people we've been looking for aren't there anymore.
Oh, that's a shame.
Do you know what happened to the owners of that burned-down house down the road?
It's not Simon you're looking for, is it?
Why, yes.
A while ago, some knights came to his house, nasty bunch. Burned it down, said he was part of some scheme against the king, like his brother, the Earl.
Ah mince.
What happened to Simon and his wife?
Ouais,
Dunno, haven't seen any of them since.
I understand. Thank you. What are you doing?
Getting all the work done. My wife is ill, so I have to do it alone. Needs to be done by nightfall, otherwise I won't get them to Winchester tomorrow. Why are you asking?
We were supposed to live here with our uncle and aunt, but since they're gone, we need to find another way to get by.
My prayers are with you.
Pouvez-vous transporter votre famille jusqu'à Winchester? Vous aider à attendre. J'ai ça, vous connaissez la route.
We could take the wool to Winchester for you. You could stay at home and look after your wife while we sell your stock.
Well, that would be kind of you. But I couldn't trust you to negotiate the right price and bring the money back safely.
C'est pas faux.
What if I bought the wool from you? You'd get the money right now and wouldn't have to go to market anymore. And whatever more we can negotiate will be the pay for our travels.
Well, that's an interesting thought. But for that to work, you would need to buy my entire stock, and I doubt you have coin for that. Now let me get back to work. The sun will set soon.
How much for one sack? Just name your price.
£1.5 pounds.
Un livre et demi.
I want to see the wool first.
All right, have a look.
Ok.
Let's see. Huh. These fleeces are quite thin.
I put the cheap ones on top, in case of rain.
The ones deeper down don't look that much better.
Well, I couldn't wait for the wool to grow any thicker. My family is hungry and weak. I had to shear my sheep early this year.
All right.
Un livre.
I can offer you £1.
That's less than what merchants in Winchester would offer.
All right, you can have the money.
Throw it over.
Non, j'ai pas vu.
I'll finish shearing old Mabel here, then bring out the rest I've got. Maybe you also want to talk to the other shepherds around here. They might want to sell too.
Ah, all right. Thank you.
By the way, there's a man looking for you. He came by just shortly after you. I told him you went to Huntley.
What man?
Dunno. Brown scruffy hair, beard, black horse.
Merde.
Could be he rode right past you. That old hut is not easy to find. Shall I give him a message if he turns up again?
Tell him we left Huntley for good.
I will. Now let me get those sacks for you.
I wonder what Richard will think of this.
Bon, c'est mieux que rien, genre, je trouve des solutions.
What did we do wrong, Ali? Why is God punishing us?
We will get through this. If we came this far, we'll get even further. We just need to stay strong and be patient.
But there is nowhere for us to go. We're commoners now. Commoners who never learned to do common work, and we both swore an oath to Father. If we don't get the Eldon back, we will go to hell.
We could become wool merchants.
What do we know about wool?
We know from Meg that a lot of shepherds complain about their walk to Winchester. What if we did that for them?
And what about me becoming a knight?
Uncle Simon's not the only one who'd take you as a squire. If we collected enough money, we could pay another knight to teach you.
It might work.
Right? We've had some bad luck till now, but surely not everyone is a fiend. It'll take some time, but we should be able to gradually increase our income. All we need to do is have a lot of patience and pray to God.
Oh merde.
Ah!
Oh merde.
Richard!
Lord Hamley caught me riding the horse you stole from him. He told me before I take you back, I can have some fun with you.
Get away from him! Ah!
Sauver son frère. Premier mort.
Richard, are you all right?
Putain, Richard il prend tout dans la
What
tête.
happened?
Oh, you're alive!
Et sa sœur elle est ultra forte. Putain.
You're alive!
Why are you crying?
Parce qu'elle a tué quelqu'un, je pense.
Because we are both alive.
Aussi. Rester ensemble.
Looking back, we'd been lucky that his bones hadn't been broken, and that his ear had healed so quickly after we had burned out the wound. Otherwise, I'm not certain my brother would have survived the attack in Huntley. Once he could walk again, we gathered the few things we had and
j'ai fait
headed
les bons
out,
choix pour qu'il
counting our
il aurait pu
blessings
mourir.
and preparing to build ourselves a new life.
Ah ok, waouh. En fait son frère il aurait pu mourir. Ah, elle est pas toute seule là. Son frérot. Pourquoi le frère il... Ok. C'est peut-être que c'est plus simple de tirer un truc porté.
How's your wound doing?
Don't worry, I'm fine.
May I ask what you're planning to do with all that wool?
Oh, regardez, c'est qui Et je sais plus quoi, Albert, je crois. Alors, remarque d'Aliena sur le commerce. Pour négocier un bon prix et faire un bénéfice, commencez par mettre en avant la qualité des marchandises. Trouvez tous les arguments possibles, bien connaître ces marchandises. Et quand vous trouvez un partenaire prêt à négocier, ne pas trop demander. Demandez 2 fois plus cher que l'offre initiale. Ne permettra pas de trouver un accord satisfaisant. Inversement, manquer d'ambition donnera l'impression que votre marchandise est de piètre qualité et d'évaluera votre offre. Suggérer un prix raisonnable, légèrement plus élevé que ce que vous désirez vraiment, résultera sans doute dans un contre-offre qui vous permettra de satisfaire les deux parties. Ce que j'ai voulu faire, mais j'ai mal lu. Attention, il faut rester sur ses gardes autant lors de la vente que lors de l'achat. Sinon, il sera pas possible de faire un bénéfice. C'est fatigue facilement quand il doit travailler, mais négocier avec les bergers lui a donné de l'assurance. Je suis fière de lui.
Pray that he'll pay what the shepherds promised.
You think they lied to us?
It wouldn't have been the first time.
Pour lui dire que les Flamands payaient de belles sommes pour la qualité anglaise. Ils disent qu'il est. C'est le climat qui rend le ton si bien, je pense. Ça pourrait faire un partenaire commercial. Échantillon laine. Étal de légumes. Je peux trop de trucs. Je peux quitter. Je sens impressionné à sortir de tout racheter. Notre première vue. Paraît plus gentil que Raph. Et je ne fais plus confiance au moine. Il est facile d'abuser de sa réputation. Homme refroidi. Quel est son problème? Il n'arrête pas de regarder par ici. Qui c'est? Ok. J'ai tout trouvé?
No, but the merchant should want to see this.
Ok. On va revenir.
Mind showing me a piece of your stock? I'd like to establish the quality before I make any promises. Not bad. That's quite some wool you brought along. I hope you're not planning to set up shop here too. Meg would kill me if I let you.
We came to sell this wool to you, not to compete with you. It comes from the shepherds near Huntley. They gave it to me so they wouldn't have to come here themselves.
I see. All right. I'll give you £1 per sack for
livre par
this.
sac.
What? Only £1?
Ah, it's a fair price.
But I paid more for this. I'd sell at a loss.
How much did you pay?
£1.50 per sack. It was almost all I had. The rest I had to spend on the cart and the toll at the gate.
Then you let yourself be overcharged.
What?
I can't pay for your mistakes, can I? You have to handle that yourself.
Ali, let me handle this.
Vas-y, peut-être qu'il y arrive. Hein. On lui fait confiance. Allez, on va lui faire confiance.
Your money would not only pay for the wool, but also fund our fight to reclaim our earldom.
Ah.
If you pay us more, I shall never forget that courtesy. Will greatly repay you once I'm back in charge of
Ouais, je pense
shiring.
que c'est bloqué les gens.
I may
Comme
even
ça.
allow you sole access to our own wool production.
That's a lofty promise.
Yeah.
And it would hardly cost you.
So, you two are the son and daughter of the Earl of Shiring?
We are.
But you're just children.
We will make coin, and I will become a knight fighting for glory and honor until the king grants us back our noble inheritance.
That may all be very well, but I can't pay you more than what I already offered.
Then I'll prove that the wool's quality is worth the price. Just let me look at it once more.
Faire quoi? Faire quoi? Qu'est-ce qu'il veut à part?
We've got to work out what signifies high quality.
Maybe if we remember what the shepherd said.
It's from a good breed of sheep, they said. What else?
And other wool looked greasy. Not ours.
It's dry, light and soft.
The wool is pretty strong too. It holds together well.
That's all I remember.
Yeah, me too.
C'est tout?
How are we supposed to convince him now, Ali?
I'll negotiate with him.
Ok, on va essayer. Hein. Si je m'en souviens de ce qu'il va dire.
Have you thought it over?
Solide.
Some sheep produce brittle fibre, but this wool is strong. Its sheep had good, healthy lives.
It's suitable for finer and durable fabrics.
Sèche.
In this weather, some cartloads of wool would arrive damp. I made sure that this is dry and undamaged. It's light and easy to transport.
And customers are hesitant to buy wet wool.
Wool is often full of grease and dirt. But this batch was scoured very thoroughly. It's very clean and soft.
Even picky customers would be delighted. That is true. All right. What pricing did you have in mind?
Ah. Raisonnable, risqué, humble. Risqué de libre.
£2 per sack.
Are you insane? That's a little too much. I'd hardly pay that much for a golden fleece.
Un livre quart, un livre et demi. Humble, raisonnable.
£1.10 per sack then.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you £1.25 for every sack.
Que j'ai payé, non?
You've brought up some good arguments. Your wool is exquisite.
Donc, en soi,
Of
j'ai
course
pas,
it is.
pas vendu à
Ah,
faire.
but not a penny more. All right?
Oui, accepté. En fait, c'est le prix que j'ai payé. Donc en soi, après, il faudra juste que je paye de la laine un peu moins cher. Et voilà.
Yes, agreed. 1¼ pounds it is.
Very good. Just so you know, if my mistress gets angry, I'll have you tell her the same things you told me.
Oui.
Thank you for your business.
We've done it, Ali.
Well, we still sold at a loss of 60 pence. But at least I negotiated a better price.
I know why Meg likes you, Aliena. You're just as ruthless as her.
Don't be so hard on yourself. My friend, Milius, says that a good bargain needs a lot of foresight and experience.
Can I help you?
Forgive me, I didn't mean to barge in, but you are the Lady Aliena of Shiring, are you not?
Yes, I am.
And I'm Lord Richard, Earl Bartholomew's son.
My name is Philip of Gwynedd. I am the Prior of Kingsbridge.
Ah, I've heard of you. You helped a lot of people after the Hamleys attacked my father's castle.
We only did what was right. I met your father.
My father knew many people. Not all of them were his allies.
I know.
Même si c'est à
I'd
cause
like
de
to
lui,
invite you to come to Kingsbridge. Our own wool trade has fallen somewhat into neglect, God forgive, but we have plenty of sheep. I am sure we could come to an agreement.
You want us to be merchants?
But I sold at a loss.
You wouldn't work for me, you would work with me. I can see that you are not afraid of hard work. I don't know a single novice who would have been willing to pull a cart like that on his own. You may have made losses, but that only means there is more to learn for you. My friend, Brother Milius, would be delighted to speak with you. He always goes to markets for our priory. What do you say?
I'll consider it.
Please do consider my offer. You will be most
Comme ça qu'il
welcome
se
in
rachète,
Kingsbridge.
monsieur.
It is the least I can do.
Thank you, Father.
Même s'il aime pas les moines.
Not much later, I found a home in
Ah, puis
Kingsbridge.
après, s'installer à Kingsbridge. Ok.
I remember when I got there,
Ah,
there was Jack.
là, on est avec Jacques.
You. I remember you. You're the boy with no father.
Actually, I have two fathers now.
Is that so?
Yes. Tom Builder and Jack Sherberg.
Ouais.
And then the days just went by.
Les uns après les autres. Ok.
Little did I know that the best and the worst
Le
was
meilleur
yet to come.
était encore à venir. J'ai pas frappé à votre porte. Vous avez été honnête avec le moine qui vous a abrité. Vous avez trouvé un endroit pour passer la nuit. À la fin du voyage, vos pieds étaient douloureux. Vous avez prêté serment sans hésiter. Vous avez vu une dernière fois votre père. Vous avez sauvé la vie de Richard, mais vous êtes tous les deux en état de choc, effectivement. Vous avez payé chaque sac de laine 1,5 livre au berger. Vous avez négocié un meilleur prix pour la laine, mais vous avez quand même perdu de l'argent. Philippe a proposé de vous faire venir à Kingsbridge. Putain, il était long celui-ci. En plus, ben, après, c'était normal. Tout ce qui s'était passé... Oh, 5 ans plus tard. En 1141.
So, you have returned from Rome, Bishop Waleran.
Yes, it was a very illuminating time.
What do you want?
On lance pas bien.
The Pope was very pleased to hear how I and you have worked together in the past to support our king.
We did not do it for your church.
He was less pleased, however, to hear about the bargain you struck with the Prior of Kingsbridge.
Why should he care? Once and for all, we will not support you in your personal quarrels. The deal we made with the Priory of Kingsbridge has the blessing of the king.
Of
5 ans
course,
plus tard, il
and you
revient.
would never change your mind on that matter. Tell me, has your son returned from the Holy Land yet?
We have not heard from him, ever since he set out to join that crusade of yours. If he dies, your church will be responsible.
Do not underestimate your son, Lady
Moi,
Hannah.
j'aimerais bien qu'il crève là-bas, ça serait bien.
That would be a great mistake.
Grave erreur. Je l'aime pas, le monsieur là. Valéran. façon, il est encore vivant, le monsieur, et bon. Et des nouveaux moines. Au moins, tu vois que là, ça a bien construit. Il avait dit 15 ans. C'est que 5 ans. C'est que 5 ans qui sont passés et il est déjà là, il fait juste les toits. Non?
Not long now and you'll have a ceiling.
Wonderful. Then we will no longer have to hold our services in the crypt.
You could even begin to plan the paintings for the wooden ceiling and the walls.
Why a wooden ceiling? So the whole thing goes up in flames again?
That's not cool.
Philip decided on that because it's cheaper.
Oh.
And these walls can only hold the weight of a wooden ceiling. I love you like a brother, Alfred, but the apprentice shouldn't have to tell the master craftsman things like that.
Jack, for once, focus on your work and finish it. Just for once. Or you'll stay an apprentice for the rest of your life.
Don't argue again.
Alfred is right. This is a house of God.
All right.
Alfred, c'est le poteau. Waouh. En 5 ans.
Now, where were we? You could start planning the paintings for the ceiling if you wish.
Can we afford that at the moment? We are paying so many workers already.
Father Philip, Tom Builder. Alfred.
Ah, Aliena.
How are you?
I'll be moving my wool to Shiring today. The fleece fair starts tomorrow.
Ah, I almost forgot.
Milius and I have already arranged everything. We'd make much more of a profit if Percy Hamley had not raised the taxes this week.
Again?
Jonathan, you shouldn't wander off. Stay with us.
Ah, c'est son fils.
Tom is right. You hear?
Regarde Alina. Je pense qu'il est intéressé quand même.
He looks like a real monk.
Omnius pluvius, nomine patri amen.
That sounds like Latin, but it's not quite right yet.
Oh, il a grandi.
We would not have to worry about this if we could sell our wool here on our market.
The king would have to grant us a license for that.
And the Hamleys wouldn't like that, I'm afraid. They want the taxes from the fair in Shiring.
Don't worry, we'll make a good profit. It's a good year. We've never moved this much wool as it is.
Ah, il s'est fait caler.
Oh, and I have to build a new storage house.
Alfred is a master craftsman now. If you can pay him, he'll help you.
Ah, very good.
If she hadn't a business of her own, I'd hire her to work for me.
She is something. She would make me a good wife.
J'en ferais bien ma femme.
Hey!
Et Jack, il est pas d'accord. Hey!
Hey, take that back!
Et retire ça. Mais il le sait, je pense. Il le sait très
What?
bien.
What did I say?
For the last time, stop your quarreling.
Philip, let's look at the plans again. There's a problem I have to discuss with you.
All right.
Take that back, Alfred.
Jack, leave him alone. And for once, finish your work.
And Jack, please keep an eye on Jonathan, will you?
Ouais, ok.
What? Why me?
Oh là là.
Finish your work, Jack.
Ils ont quoi tout ça
That's how it always was. But on that day, I didn't care. On that day, I was going to see Aliena.
Oh.
And I was going to tell her how I felt.
Eh ben, vas-y.
And nothing and no one would stop me.
Après, tu verras si tu te prends un râteau. On verra. Après, elle va regretter ce qu'il a dit sur Aliena. Ok. Tom insiste pour que je termine mon modillon. Bon, on va terminer. Je ne terminerai jamais rien. Tom va être bien surpris. Maintenant, forcément.
Time to get this done.
Le petit me fait peur. J'aurais dû lui dire de s'écarter. C'est bon, t'as fini?
This could be better.
Ça pourrait être mieux.
Somehow I can't focus today.
Bah, normal.
And the face still isn't right. I can never get the face right. I'm done for now. I just can't stand looking at it anymore. Ah, damn.
Watch your tongue.
I will. Damn. I need to get much better at this.
Mon travail est fini. Il n'est pas là il y a quelques jours.
I better not get too close.
Il y a un millier.
I better not get too close.
Ok. Il sera placé au-dessus de l'entrée. Tout le monde le verra.
The tree of life. When I was small, I wanted something with animals. I tried to make it look like no other tree, more like a thought. I like it, but nobody recognizes that it's supposed to be a tree. Well, Tom says it's done, and he won't let me do another one.
Ok, c'est lui qui fait les décos. Il passe trop de temps avec les moines. Pourtant, il a été recueilli par des moines.
Hey, little brother.